acupressure, which I absolutely love. This is amazing because we have a lot of people here that will definitely benefit from that, including myself. She is very passionate about solving problems in the conventional healthcare system after facing them personally. Superficial diagnoses, judgmental doctors, and rushed impersonal consultations. Through her work, she hopes to aim to fix these issues, which I totally think will happen. Previously she worked as a software engineer at Microsoft. That's amazing. Love that. Where her inclination towards problem solving developed. Why acupressure? It's the perfect medium to solving health problems. It's very holistic and excellent at root cause and healing. It's gentle and without side effects, and it's simple yet elegant. Basically, what she's going to teach you is that it can all be done through your hand, and your body can self-heal itself, which I absolutely love because I talk about that all the time with them. They've heard this. We've done some vagus nerve breathing. We've done some tapping and things like that to really heal our body. And they know I'm a fan of like the book, The Body Keeps the Score, which somehow I read once before with 0 issues. And now every time I read it, I'm like, 10 minutes is enough. I've got to put that aside because I feel like I'm literally reliving all of these people's traumas, which just means I have more to heal. Acupressure is popularly known for its pain relieving capabilities because that's where so many other systems fail, but it's so much more than that. It can treat hormonal imbalances, stomach disorders, insomnia, anxiety, skin disorders, just to name a few. She does have her links and stuff, so I'm gonna paste them in the chat here as well in case you want them before we're done. But then I'm also going to post them underneath the video replay to this. Why doesn't the chat come up? So that way you guys have that in here. I just have to take it step by step because they only let you copy paste so much here. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to you and you can get started.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Leslie, for having me and for this intro. Thank you so much. So first of all, Leslie, I want to applaud you on this group of people that you've created and the work that you are doing. It's very holistic, and that's something I love and I think is very, very needed. We've talked about this before. I love that you are integrating like alternative medicine, you're integrating nutrition, human design, and you're also open to so many other things like today, acupressure, right? And I also want to say, I think everybody here, these 3 women, and I think you have more in your group, everybody is a champion, I believe, because they've all recognized that they need help and they are here to help each other and themselves. And it takes a lot, I think. A lot of people recognize they need to change, but they don't make the effort to do so. All of these women have showed up at probably like early morning, mid-morning, different time zones to be here, learn things, share things. And I think that's really wonderful. So congratulations to all of you.
I agree. It's 9:30 her time. So Sarah, somebody's still 12 hours apart from me. Well, I guess it's almost.
And on a weekday. So yeah, exactly. So I thought like very similar to what Leslie does. And I think during this process of healing, digestion, healing our own traumas with food, with health, with exercise, as we start working on ourselves, we start to develop a lot of pains. I've been on that journey myself, and I realized as I was either working harder, I was doing more exercises, or I was releasing trauma, my joints especially started to ache a lot. And joints are said to hold a lot of energy. So I thought today we could do a little exercise. We can learn how to self-treat and self-heal our joint pains. Because otherwise for pains, you have to resort to either medicines, right? It can be your allopathy medicines, it could be your, more natural medicines, but there's no other way. Or it's just massage. And that too, you have to rely on somebody else. So is there a way you can self-heal and do it by yourself in an easier way, in a quicker way? So that is what we are going to be doing today. All right. So I'm going to introduce you to this concept in acupressure called Sujok, S-U-J-O-K, Sujok. Okay. Sujok is a Korean word. It was developed by a Korean professor some 30 years back, not too long back. And he posited that our entire body can essentially be mapped on our hands and feet. So Sujok can be broken down in two words, where Su means hands and Jok means feet in Korean. Okay. So he said, we will map our entire body on hands and feet. Now, why did he do that? Because it allows you a smaller area to work on. Any problem that you have, if you have the entire body mapped on just your hands, on feet, there's so much smaller area to cover. It's easier to reach, it's easier to access. And because you have 4 hands and feet, most of us, it's you increase the efficiency of treatment. For example, if I have to treat, let's say, migraine, I have 4 hands and feet, whereas I have 1 head. So I can increase the efficiency by 4 times and reduce the amount of treatment by 1/4, right? So these are the benefits of Sujok. And today what we'll be covering is how do we map joints on our hands? Not feet today, just our hands. How can we map all the joints of our body on our hands? And once we do that, we learn a simple technique to, once we know the joints, we'll see how to apply pressure to relieve pains. Does it sound good? Okay, cool. Cool. So I will share my screen. Leslie, would you be able to enable screen sharing for me? It says host has
Hold on.
disabled part. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Well, participants. More. Make host. You are now the host.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
I have added this. I'm showing a diagram, and I have added this diagram in the group chat as well. I hope you can all see my screen. All right. So the image on the right shows a man, right? That's our entire body. And the image on the left shows how we are mapping the body on our hand. Okay. The hand shown here is left because the thumb is pointing towards right. It will be the same on left and right both. So just take this as an example. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Leslie. All of you can follow along. Okay. So essentially what has been done is, think about this pink circle on the right. All right. This pink circle is your torso. Torso meaning everything below your neck and above your hip, your chest, your abdomen, your back, all of that is torso. Okay. So this pink circle is your torso. And on the hand, this is shown as your torso. Okay. Your entire palm, front and back, is your torso. Now, when we imagine our body, what all is connected to the torso? You have 2 hands on either side, 2 arms on either side. You have 2 legs at the bottom, and you have a neck and a face, right? So 5 things: 2 arms, 2 legs, and neck and face, right? Can you see that same principle on the hand as well? You have 1 palm, and you have 5 things coming out of it, right? So he essentially said, how can I map? Once I know this is my torso, how can I map these 5 things to different parts of the body? All right. Now, if you see something very, very beautiful, I think, your 4 fingers will have 3 joints, right? Joints is basically where you can move your fingers, right? 3 joints, 3 lines, right? All your fingers have 3 joints. One is at the bottom, one is the middle one, there's a top one, right? But your thumb has only 2. There's 1 joint here and 1 at the bottom. There's a line here, but the thumb doesn't bend at that line. It's not a joint, right? And you can see the same thing in our body also. Our neck and face, which is connected to the torso, has only 2 joints. 1 joint, which is the neck connected to the torso. The other is where the face is connected to the neck. It's only 2. While if you look at your arms and legs, you have 3 joints. For your arm, you have a shoulder, you have an elbow, and a wrist. Right? 3 joints where you can do movement. Same with your legs. You have a hip, a knee, and a ankle joint. Right? So same thing, it can be seen on hands also. 4. So 2 hands, 2 feet, or 2 arms and 2 legs will have 3 joints. And the head and neck would be on the thumb. Right? This is easier to understand. Right?
Yeah.
Once I know that, what I can do is, now can I figure out where my hands and where my arms and legs would be on these 4 fingers, right? So if you look at the anatomy, see these brown arrows at the right side, your feet are connected together at the bottom, right? They're connected at the hip joint. Whereas your arms are slightly apart. They are a shoulder width apart, right? So if I know these 4 are my arms and legs, can I say the 2 which are connected together can be my legs, and the other 2 which are quite a bit apart can be my arms, right? I could have had 2 combinations. I could have said these are my legs, but then this would mean my arms, but there's no gap between them. They're connected together.
Yeah.
Same here, right? The only combination that would have made sense is having these as legs, these as arms, right?
Totally.
So, right? So now, if I have that, can I plot my joints here? So if this is my torso, these are my legs. What is connected to the torso? What is this joint that's connected to the torso? This would be a hip. Okay? Your hip is connected to the torso.
Okay.
If this is the hip, both of these are your hips. After that, you have your knee joint, the middle one, right? So this will be a knee joint. And the last joint would be your ankle. So all of you who are probably working a lot and working out a lot, and you've developed hip pain or lower back pain, this is the area that you need to treat, front and back, right? This whole ring, that's it. You don't need to treat your entire waist, just these 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
So
I'll
just,
show you how to apply pressure, exactly as Leslie is doing. I'll just show you the technical way of doing it.
she knows what I
But
was
you
in. Okay, huh?
yeah, right? Those of you who have developed knee pain, probably arthritis, or maybe just an acute pain that you've developed, some kind of ligament injury, this is the joint that you'll need to treat. The whole joint, 360 degree, front and back, all sides. And those of you who sprained an ankle because you wore heels, one day you decided to wear heels and you sprained my ankle, because that's a real story that happened with me. I sprained my ankle. This is the joint that I treated. And I kid you not, I was not carrying this is like 3 years back. I sprained my ankle in a party and I did not have access to medicines or anything. I was on a hill station and all I could do was keep pressing these. And I'll show you how to do that. So, and it works, okay? I saved myself from like severely injuring my ankle. All I did was this the entire day. I was bedridden. So yeah, hip, knee, ankle. Is that
Okay.
easy to remember?
Yeah. Hip,
All
knee,
right.
ankle.
Yes. All right. If these 2 are your arms, then the joint connected to the torso would be your shoulder. So those of you who got a dislocated shoulder, a frozen shoulder, any kind of pain in the shoulder, lack of movement in the shoulder, this is the joint that you treat, right? The one connected to your hand. After your shoulder, you have elbow. So any of you who injured elbow while playing tennis or any other reason, this is the area you treat. And the top joint here would be your wrist. So anybody who sprained their wrist for any reason, you've got pain in your wrist, this is the joint that you can treat, right? So most of your joints have now been covered, at least for your limbs, all the joints, all the 12 joints have been covered. That's it. That's all you need. 4 fingers, both hands, right? If you know these, you can treat all the joint pains of your body, right? And it is extremely effective. I am not kidding you. I am in this practice for 2 years, and the first thing that I do is this only, right? It is that effective. All of you, anybody who's had a pain recently, you can try it right now, and you can feel a difference, like within a minute. I can promise you that.
Does it matter, like, which one's left, which one's right?
Yeah. So for now, we can assume both of these is what you need to treat. There is a direction, but today I'm skipping over it because we don't have enough time, right? Just remember, for arms, treat 4 fingers. These are the 4 fingers. 2 of this, 2 of this.
Okay.
All right? Yeah. And same with your legs. The center 2 fingers would be your legs, both hands.
So if let's say it's like left hip pain, do you have to stay with your left hand?
No, both hands. Both hands, both fingers.
So you do it on both at all times?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want me to cover the directions also? Is that something we can do?
Yeah, go for it. We got till 15 minutes, so we typically go for 45 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So, the easiest way to do it is just take these 2 fingers, right?
Okay.
Skip over these 2.
Okay.
If you want to look at the direction, take these 2. The right hand would be this index finger on the right? And the left arm would be left index finger.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, right leg would be your right middle finger. Left leg would be your left middle finger. Correct? Yeah. You can remember that. Just take care of these 2 fingers. You can skip over these 2.
Okay.
First do these. If you still feel I need to do little more, you can take these 2 also then.
Okay.
Yeah. These are the bigger ones, right? Because if you see, the first 2 fingers are bigger than the other 2. So the way I remember it is, these will be more potent to treat.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So when you said left hip, it would be your left middle finger. This joint on your left middle finger. Right hip, this joint. Right. After that, we have the neck and face. So this bottom joint is your neck joint, this part, right? Most of us who are working, who have a desk job, this will pain, right? If you look at it, you'll see a very big bulging bone here in your hand. And if you feel at your neck also, there's a big bulging bone here also. Right? It's just beautiful to see this similarity for me. Right?
Agreed.
Right? So when you have pain in this area, in this this whole area, this is the joint to treat. Right? Okay. So any of us who has cervical pain, who's been, if you have that written in your report, cervical dislocation, cervical pain, just treat this whole joint, complete joint. And same, because you have only one head, there's no concept of direction here. You can use both thumbs. And just in case you have any pain in the first joint of the head, like basically where your face is connected to your neck, if you have any pain there, this is the joint to treat. We don't use that too much. We just use this bottom joint, right? Yeah. Now, one last pain that I think most of us would agree we've had or we have right now is back pain, lower back pain to be specific, right? I'll just cover that. So, you see, this is the light side of a hand. This is the darker side. Yeah. And same way, when you look at your body, the front of your body is typically lighter than the back of your body, right? So always remember, this is the front, this is the back. So your spine would be plotted somewhere here, right? On the back side at least. Right? Yep. Now, where does your spine, when you feel your spine, it starts from your neck and it goes in a straight line, ends at your butthole, right? That's where your tailbone is. And your buttocks are in between your legs, right? Basically the extension of your legs, I would say.
Right.
So if these two were my legs, if I split them, I can feel a hollow space in between them.
Mhm.
There's bone on both sides, but the center is essentially hollow. And
Yeah.
it will stop being hollow somewhere here.
Yeah.
So this whole thing will be hollow. This is essentially your entire spine. Starting from here, where both your fingers are connected, this would be your tailbone or your butthole. And you keep going up, this will be your spine till here. Okay. So, and what would be your lower back? Lower back is whatever is connected to your legs, right? Whatever is closer to your legs, I would say. So your lower back would be somewhere here,
Huh.
right? On the upper side, that you would have your middle back, and on top would be your upper back. So those of us who have pain in the lower back region, this is the area that you treat, right? Just this area. That's it. Now imagine the area of your lower back and the fact that you can't do it by yourself. Have to call somebody. But now for some reason, God forbid, you got your lower back injured while picking up weights probably, or, just general lower back issues. Just keep massaging this area and I will show you how to do that. But remember, this is the area, right, which is closer to your legs. If these are your legs, these are your buttocks essentially. This is your lower back region, right? This whole hollow channel.
Yeah.
So I think with this, you can cover all the joints in your body, all the typical pains that you get. You feel that you're getting that pain, start massaging that area. All right. Now I want to take a minute and show you how we typically massage any area. Right.
Okay.
So we don't, as a Sujok therapist or as an acupressurist, we don't work on the body, but rather on hands and feet, right? Because this is where our entire body is mapped. So what you do is, let's say you want to treat your hip. Let's say you want to treat your left hip. Okay. You'll take this finger, keep it like this. Now there are various ways of doing it. One way would be apply any kind of moisturizer, oil, or even better, any pain relieving spray or oil, right? Anything which gives you the property as well as as little slip. Okay. You take that here. You take your index finger and thumb and just keep massaging it in a circular fashion, right? Once you have a little bit of slip, this will be much easier to do,
Right.
right? If you're not comfortable doing this, you can just take your thumb and massage each and every point here, right? Don't miss a space. Massage each and every point here. If anybody of you is following and if you have a pain here, you will find some spots which are tender than the others. That's
Yeah.
that's how you know that you're targeting the right place. And whatever spot feels more tender, apply a little more time, like give a little more time at that spot. Right. So for me, I can find that this is little tender. So I'm just giving it probably a few seconds more than the others. I can do this. I can do this. The idea is to cover every inch of it. Right. Even better, after you do this, take your nail area also and just twist it like that. What can you see? If I do that, I can actually access my entire hand. I'm not moving my hand, but the way our anatomy is structured, I get to move my entire hand. So this is a great way to shake the energy of your entire body. Right? So you're basically massaging your entire leg like that. And because the pain is localized to the hip area, I'll give more time here. So you massage it for 30 seconds, maybe. That's it. Right? In 30 seconds, you'll be able to feel a lot of difference. And what is the amount of pressure that you need? It should be medium to firm. It should not pain you or crush your bones, but it should feel impactful, right? And it should not be soft either. You should feel a little pain. Right? Massage it for 30 seconds. Any place that you have, 30 seconds is enough. You can do it 2 to 3 times a day. And if it's just happened right now, it'll probably go away in minutes. For my case, when I had a severe ankle sprain, I caused a ligament injury also, because of which it got swollen to a large degree. Eventually, after a day, I got a hold of medicine as I had to take a painkiller because it was that painful. But after that, I did not have to do anything. I didn't have to get a checkup done, nothing done. All I did the entire day, I was bedridden. I kept pressing these points. And believe me, I could manage my pain for a day by just this. So it works. I could have used ice also. I have that information now, but at that moment, all I knew was this. Right?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have today.
That's
I hope it
amazing.
has been useful.
Oh my gosh, so useful. Like you have no idea. Like that's why I started this off with like my brain was like, do I need more yoga? Do I need more Pilates? Like, what am I doing wrong? And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but I mean, some of it is just being tired. But yeah, I blame it on the heat. Like we don't have air conditioning. I don't know if you guys have air conditioning there, but we have wall units. Amanda can vouch for this down there. We have wall units, but it's not the same as like what I'm accustomed to from living in the United States for 35 years of my life, where I guess it was 36, where the air is just free flowing. So sometimes I think it's just the heat. Like you don't break you're just always hot during the day. So I know that could be another reason why I'm tired, but the hip and stuff like that, with just that picture, it's like, oh, I never really like thought of that. But I have seen a lot of people do things, and like when you get massages, like I've always felt better when somebody like goes down my finger and wrings it out at the end, than versus when they massage me and they don't do that to my fingers and my toes, right? If they don't, I feel worse after a massage than if they do. If they do, I typically, like, when they're like, oh, you're going to have a lot of pain the next day, blah, blah, blah. I never do if they wring my fingers out. If they don't, I have all the pain. And I've noticed that. They don't, I typically, at the very end of my massage, I will do it myself when I'm done with the massage. Because I'm like, I don't know, people don't do that. Like, it's a thing.
Yes.
And I did a lot of prenatal massages, and she did a lot more with my hands when I was pregnant than when I was postpartum. So now that makes more sense, because she probably wasn't able to do as much with the body due to me being pregnant. So so,
and just think about people who are who have limited mobility, right? And they are bedridden for any reason. They can't access most of the areas, at least on the back side, right? How much possibility allows them to have to just self-treat themselves, or even ask somebody else, right?
Yeah. I love it. Thank you. I so appreciate this. I had a great time. Does anybody have questions?
Thank you so much.
Ask any questions, or if you want to type it in the chat if you can't. Like I said, all the things that I put in this chat, when I upload her video to the portal tomorrow, most likely, I will copy paste all of this underneath there. She is offering a free consultation, so you can always do that. Get more information from her if you would like to. I know this is a complete like total thing, and like I'm going to do this with you on the call, but I am like having people come, and for everybody that's on this, I've offered it to you all. I don't know if you saw it, but Tori already did hers, but I'm offering to people that are my clients and don't run a business. If you run a business, I'm opening this to you too, where you can come on a YouTube with me. Just ask me some sort of nutrition about like a nutrition question. So we pop on a 30-minute call. I do a question with you. Like I get to know what you want to talk about. We record for about 10 minutes where you ask a question and I kind of go through this bit. And then for business owners, I'm offering it to you that at the end, you can talk just a little bit about your business, where people can find you. And if you have like an affiliate link, I would love that. Like if there's an affiliate link for anything, or like if there's a way for them to fill out a form so they know they came through me. If you're open to that, I'd love to have you on, because I think a lot of the people that follow me on YouTube and other things, for everybody else that's on the call, I know not all of you have said yes to it, but if you're open to it, basically we chat for 10 minutes, we record for 10 minutes, and then I finish answering your question from a coaching call perspective. But if you're open to that, I will email about you if you want to do that. It's not live on my YouTube, it is recorded, but it's I don't know, I'm just trying something different on my YouTube at the current moment. And for anybody that's on here that is a client, if you're open to it, if you have a business, I have no problem with doing the same for you. where I can actually put your business on there, any links that you would have. And if you do affiliates, awesome. Outside of that, I got nothing else. It looks like they have no questions. So we can go a little early today. I so appreciate you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm gonna let you know.
Thank you,
in the next
Leslie.
day, I'm like, oh, I
Yes.
guess I don't have to slow down working out. I can just do this and like my back and hip feels better. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
See, I'll let you
Yes.
know. I'll let you know.
Yes. Yes.
It could
And
literally-
let's connect via email again, Leslie. I am
Yeah.
open to what you said, right?
Cool. Cool.
Let's discuss
Good luck.
that. Cool. Cool.
Cool. All right. Amanda said thank you as well. Outside of that, we'll let you go. I know
Yes,
it's late.
thank you. That was fascinating.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Amanda.
I can't, like this
Amazing
whole,
group of women you have, Leslie.
thanks. This picture over here is still boggling my mind. Like, Jesus, I never would have put that together. The things people think of.
Yeah,
All
feel
right.
free to download it. I've added in the chat.
Oh, right. I think I can, and then I can upload it to the thing too.
Yes. Yes.
Let me save it to my desktop. Okay, cool. And I will upload that to the video thing too. Now my kids are coming. So anyways, you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so, so much. We really solidly appreciate you. And bye for now to everybody. See you later.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.